blizzard conditions, sub-zero temperatures, and a mountain in Michigan that will challenge the world's greatest snowcross racers. Are you ready for AMSOIL Championship Snowcross presented by BRUNT? These hardy fans came dressed for it. And for the racers, a brutal beast mode test is coming. Round 2 of the Mount Zion Snowcross National presented by Quick Trip is next. Welcome to AMSOIL Championship Snowcross presented by BRUNT. My name is Chris Hockey and this is Jeff Fisher. This is round 2 of our brand new season from Ironwood, Michigan. And I'll tell you what, round 1 we learned a whole lot about our racers. Fish, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, we look at our podium. We have Emil Haar, so we have our past champion. We have Gustav Selstein, who changed teams, found a new home with Snocross Racing. And third place came Evan Dowd. He got a good start. He ran flawless. I mean, Evan Dowd, that was like a breakthrough race for him. It's going to be really interesting to see what goes on tonight.
The conditions are so much different in round 2 on the same track. Let's talk to some of the racers. Let's go down to Erica Allreed, who's got some of those.
Your first podium finish of the season. Gustav, it was an emotional podium for you as you thanked your team. What was that moment a reflection of?
Oh, it was just like it's been a tough summer. We haven't had so much, like I've just been working back home. I didn't plan on coming back racing here, and now when Elias retired, Skidoo, everyone opened up a spot for me, so it's been really good to prove that we have the speed and that we're getting dialed in to be up front, and that's where we want to be.
Pros, round 1, heat 2 of the AMSOIL Pros. Here's how it looks. The number 31 of Emil Haar, our two-time defending champion. The 221 Daniel Benham, 727 of Jacob Yerk, Cody Cam on the 53, the 511 of Jordan LaBelle, Riley Bester on the 15, Gustav Selstein right there on the 81, and William St. Laurent on the 14. 8 sleds in this round 1, heat 2 of the Pro Division. Who gets the stud boy hole shot? Great shot right there. You see the countdown. 18, 17, 16. When it gets to 0, they got to wait for the light to go green, and then we are racing in Ironwood, Michigan. 10 seconds away from racing. And they're racing in Michigan. Up the hill they go. Riley Bester with a good start, but who got that stud boy hole shot? We'll find out momentarily. Out of the turn, over the hill, the 221 of Daniel Benham with the stud boy hole shot.
Yeah, and the Fratellone Arctic Cat, yeah, he got the hole shot, and he is getting, look at that, he's already gapping these guys just a little bit.
Big contact right before the Air Force flyaway. Not sure who that was, but we had a couple of sleds get together. And they've all held on to it, but that was heavy contact in midair. We'll take a look at that again in a minute. Meanwhile, Daniel Benham trying to run away with this, Fish.
Yeah, he is. Look at him. He knows he's got to get out there. He's got something to prove. He wants to put those cats on the top of the box.
Right now, it's Daniel Benham, Cody Cam, Emil Haar. That's your top 3 right there as the teammates set their sights on Daniel Benham. Cody Cam, the 53, comes in 4th in the points. Right behind him, his teammate Emil Haar comes in 2nd.
Yeah, we'll see how Emil Haar's, with his bad foot, how that's going to affect his race. But as of right now, he's giving it. I think the adrenaline has fixed that foot for right now.
I think you're right. Over the AMSOIL finish line, Benham still your leader. Cody Cam still in 2nd. Then you got Emil Haar, Jacob Yerk, and Jordan LaBelle. That's your top 5 right now as Emil bogs a little bit behind his teammate as they head for the Air Force flyaway. Look at that. Yeah. That's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right there in your screen.
Yeah, I don't know if he bogged as much as he just threw it in so hard on that inside to try to get a run. I think the snow just took him down.
Look at this. Jacob Yerk looks to the inside of Emil Haar to try to take away that 3rd spot. Haar gets high on that berm. We'll set the field for you right now as Daniel Benham crosses the finish line. It's a 2-second lead over Cody Camp. Look who's in third now. I believe Jacob Yerk took that spot.
Yeah, let's see if we can see what's going on here.
I'm not sure yet. Is that Goose? Oh, that's Gustav Salston. Okay, we have a transponder problem with Gustav, but he takes the spot away from Emil Haar.
That's who took it away. It was, Salston.
I saw the yellow sled. I wasn't sure who that was, but how about Gustav? Gets around the guy who's chasing him in the points, the two-time defending champion. That's the battle you're watching right now on this track.
Yeah, both those racers know how important this position is for those two.
Emil Haar dealing with the foot problem. He mentioned it twice when we were doing opening ceremonies. I wonder how much that's bothering him, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter once you're on the track.
Yeah, and then, you look at Gustav, he is just pulled past. He's going after Tam now. We'll see how that plays out here. We got a little over 2 minutes to go, so a lot can happen, a lot of racing.
Daniel Benham continues to be your leader. Cody Camp still in second, but the battle we're watching right now on your screen is for third spot. Your points leader is Gustav Salston. He's on the yellow sled, and he gets
Haar just see how Haar just bounced off of him and came inside. Yeah, Haar doesn't want to give up. He doesn't want to give that position.
Emil Haar on the red sled in fourth right there. As they're now to the top of the hill. Gustav Salston comes in to the point, or to the race as your points leader here in round two. Right behind him, Emil Haar. They'll go right in front of us over the AMSOIL finish line. 1.5 minutes left in this round one, heat two of your AMSOIL Pros. And at the bottom of the hill, Emil Haar comes in hard once again.
Yeah, he comes inside. Yeah, he comes inside and really tries to cut him off, but he just doesn't quite have enough speed there.
At the top of the hill, he takes that outside line as Gustav takes the inside line, and we're racing into the Polaris turn for third position. Outside for Emil, inside for Gustav. And for the moment, Gustav holds him off over the AMSOIL finish line.
Oh, look at that. Haar just got him on the inside there.
Now it's to the outside, Gustav to the inside, Emil Haar, and that's now back to third place for Emil Haar, the 31 sled.
Yeah, Emil he was on the right, got around the outside of him and was able to take the inside on that next corner.
How about that? So Gustav gets him. 4 laps later, Emil gets him back. That's your battle right there for third and fourth. Daniel Benham still your leader. He's got about a 4-second lead, I should say, over Cody Cam. And then Emil Haar and Gustav Salston right there in third and fourth. Back towards the Air Force flyaway, about 20 seconds left in this race. Emil Haar, the 31, again, dealing with the foot injury. Your two-time champion, last year's defending champion here. Back into third spot. Every point counts in every one of these heat races, Fish.
Yeah, it does. And that's why, and that's why Salston has a red plate right now, is because of heat races.
2 laps to go in this AMSOIL Pro Heat race. Benham, Cam, Haar, and Salston. As the snow continues to fly, there's your leader.
Yeah, good shot of Daniel Benham.
Out of Deer River, Minnesota, the 221 Arctic Cat of Daniel Benham. What a big win this would be for Daniel Benham. The white flag flies. 1 lap to go for your leader. Cody Cam comes across on the 53. He's running second, but there's your leader. Headed towards the Air Force flyaway for the final time. Big air, no problem for Daniel Benham. At the top of the hill, into the Polaris turn. Skating around at the top of the berm, no problems for him, Fish.
No, he's back on Arctic Cat where he used to do quite a bit of it. He feels at home on that cat.
He felt great on that one. The win goes to Daniel Benham. Checkers fly. Benham with a 4-second win over Cody Cam, who comes over second. Emil Haar holds on for third. And then Gustav Salston will come across in fourth. In Pro Light, Cameron Cole is eyeing up a sweep, but Kellen Chaperon has plenty to say about that. Stand by for the U.S. Air Force Pro Light Finder. AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by BRUNT is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force. A rewarding future starts here. Aim high. By CF Moto. Experience more. By FXR. By AMSOIL. Protection you demand, protection you deserve. And by BRUNT Workwear. Use code SNOCROSS10 for $10 off your first order of $60 or more at BRUNTWorkwear.com. And we are up to the Pro Light Final. And a little earlier, our Erica Allreed spoke with Cameron Cole.
Cam Cole coming off a very successful rookie campaign. Cam, how much confidence does that give you going into the season ahead?
Oh, it gives me a lot of confidence, especially after last night, coming off the win. It's a little cold, but I got a lot of confidence going into today. We had some good qualifying yesterday. The guys have been working really hard on the sled, doing really good on the starts, so my head's in a good space right now and looking good for today.
The sleds are rumbling. It has gone to starters' hands. The U.S. Air Force Pro Light Division is about to go green for their final here in Ironwood, Michigan. And they're racing in Michigan. Look at those sleds bunch up into turn one. Sleds everywhere and over the AMSOIL finish line. Kellen Chaprin got your stud boy hole shot, I believe, the leader right now, but it's anybody's race at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, Chapron, nice run through that corner. But we got Cameron Cole coming up that inside.
Look at the race now at the top of the hill. It is Kellen Chaprin, your leader right now, but behind him a bunch of sleds. Oh, look at him, checks out a bit right there. Cameron Cole in the 747, but right there's your 54. The leader, Kellen Chaprin, on the Skidoo out of Edina, the stud boy hole shot.
Well, as we come across the finish line, what do we got?
We got Cole, we got Johansson, we got Goike. We also have right there Ballou. So that's your top four right now, and then Eric Downs in fifth as they head towards the Air Force Flyaway. Already putting distance in. Kellen Chaprin's been on a rail tonight, and that is continuing here in this Pro Light Final.
Yeah, you look at the way, he got out front, and he's on the move, definitely.
Of course, a lot of sleds, and we just heard about it in that Pro-Am final. There's going to be some traffic pretty soon.
Yeah, there will be. You look at with 15 sleds out there.
Your leader gets crooked as he heads down that doubles after the AMSOIL finish line with 6.5 minutes to go. Chaprin, Cole, Johansson, your top three.
Yeah, I'm not liking that inside line that he's taking through there because he is getting booted around.
Top of the hill for Kellen Chaprin. And there's second place Cameron Cole right behind him. And then you see Martin Johansson and Kenny Goike and Ballou in fifth. Your top five in the Pro Light Division right now, brought to you by the U.S. Air Force. There's the top of the hill. Making that last turn, headed for that AMSOIL finish line. Chaprin, Cole, Johansson. The snow continues to fly. My goodness, the visibility is limited at this racetrack right now.
Yes, it is. I mean, the snow's flying. There's snow dust. The sleds are roosting each other. It is messy. What is this now?
I can't tell if that's a battle for. Is that Cole and Chaprin battling for the lead? I believe it is.
Yes, it is.
Cameron Cole has taken the lead from Kellen Chaprin.
Now, we didn't see that coming on with all the snow dust. Chapron must have had something where he had to check up a little bit. Cole just came on strong.
And there he goes. The leader now is Cameron Cole on the blue sled, but Chaprin looks to the inside at the bottom of the hill. They'll head for the Air Force Flyaway. The 747 is Cameron Cole. He is your leader. Right on his tail to the right there. That is Kellen Chaprin, who got that stud boy hole shot, but has lost the lead at the top of the hill.
I think Cole likes this outside lane. I think that's what did it for him. You notice he's going outside like we saw earlier in the racing. That outside to inside is working out really well for him.
They're at the top of the hill making that final turn. Headed for the AMSOIL finish line. The 747 and then the 54, 1 and 2. Cameron Cole and Kellen Chaprin. And then Martin Johansson, the 179 right now holding on to third. A little under 5 minutes to go in this Pro Light final. Cameron Cole, your leader, out of Medina, Minnesota. Erica spoke to him right before the race. We played that. He came into the race with that red plate, and he wants to lead with it.
Yeah, so far he's looking good. He's Chaperon isn't too far off, but he's Cameron is keep putting his marks. He's hitting. Look how smooth he is. Now watch Chaperon come through here. He's just like all sideways.
Bottom of the hill now, Cole and Chaperon. Johansson still in third. Then we got Kenny Goike and Jeremy Bolu. That's your top 5. But there's your leader.
Yeah, you'll look at Mickelson starting to make a move. We'll see if he can at least get into the top 5.
Around the corner, headed towards that last turn once again. We'll set the field for you once again as they cross that AMSOIL finish line halfway through this race. And Cameron Cole is your leader. He's got an almost 3-second lead over Kellen Chaperon.
Yeah, it's not quite enough, but it's getting a little more comfortable. I like to see for Cameron's case, it's getting more and more of a gap. He's getting there.
And that looked very, very smooth for your leader over the Air Force flyaway. Tripled with no problem. Caught the back side of that jump and feeling good. Smooth through the top of the hill and into the final turn. Now 3.5 minutes left in this Pro Light final. Over the AMSOIL finish line, the 747. You see his headlights. And the lead is now 3.2 seconds for Cameron Cole over Kellen Chaperon. And just so smooth on the outside line.
Yeah, he is looking confident. It looks like he's just having fun.
Thank God for the taillights and the headlights, because we do lose them at the top of the hill.
We got the yellow flag.
Sled sitting right in the middle of the track right there. The 470, I believe, maybe the 450 of Kenny Goike.
Yeah, that was
who was
Kenny
running
Goike.
4th. And he got off his sled and now is all the way gone as the leader's gone around them. 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, puts Johansson in third now too with Goike going down.
That's a heartbreaker for Goike. Was having a great race.
Yeah, he was.
So Cole, Chaperon, and Johansson now your top 3 with 2 minutes to go in this U.S. Air Force Pro Light final. And the snow is just flying.
Yeah, it is. So here we go across the finish line. Let's see what the gap is. We're at like 4 seconds. Is he gapping it another half a second or?
Yeah. 4.7 seconds. Cameron Cole running away. And then another 4 seconds back to Martin Johansson, who's sitting in third right now.
Yeah, they're starting to spread out a little bit, but Cameron's found the pace. He's being consistent. You can see that. He's gaining a half a second each time around. When
they get to the top of the hill right there, I saw Cameron Cole come into the corner, and the guy in front of him disappeared. I wonder if that was the same for Cameron Cole, and how unsettling is that to see a headlight or a taillight finally just out of nowhere right in front of you.
Yeah, because you don't see him until the last second in some cases. Yeah.
There's your leader. Into lap traffic again, the 747 of Cameron Cole. We've now got a little over a minute left in this Pro Light final. And if he can hold on, this will be a well-earned victory for your points leader. To the top of the hill again. Again, a lapper right in front of him. To the Polaris turn at the top. Now 2 lappers right in front of your leader.
Yeah, that, Chaperon could play on this too. You never know. If he gets tangled up with these guys and gets, where he doesn't making his, hitting his marks and pushing it.
Oof. They had to make an aggressive line.
Yeah, he did. That was aggressive.
To get around the lapper
Cameron.
right there. The 747 makes a move.
Yeah, you see Chaperon in there. He actually caught a half a second. So, I mean, it's just showing that Cameron is struggling with these lappers. It's tough.
Did you see that for a moment there? Cameron Cole was right beside a lapper, and the lapper thought he was racing.
Yeah.
And he looked over and saw it was the leader, and he said, oh, okay, I got you. And he backed off a little bit. That's good racing.
Yeah.
Cameron Cole.
Yeah, I'm sure there's blue flags flying, but these guys, it's so hard to see in this stuff. You're focusing so much on the track with this snow dust right now.
18 seconds left, and then we'll get 2 laps here in this Pro Light final as Cameron Cole continues to fight through traffic as he heads towards the Air Force flyaway. We completely lost him for a second there.
Yeah.
In the lead after battling out a second, got around Kellen Chaperon, and has not given up since then. The white flag will fly as he gets out of the final turn and heads towards the AMSOIL finish line. And the white flag flies for Cameron Cole. The 747, we'll see how big the lead is right now.
Yeah, you look at, 5-second lead, he's looking pretty good. Now Cameron knows it's white flag lap. He's just going to run his race, not going to do anything risky, take any chances, just hit his marks, go through. He may not even try to pass these lappers that are in front of him right now.
He will mark this down as a great weekend if he can hold on for another half a lap. The top of the hill for the final time. Into the final turn. He'll head for the AMSOIL finish line. The checkers fly. Cameron Cole will win in Ironwood, Michigan.
Yeah, great ride for Cameron Cole. Chepron coming in second, and Johansson will finish out in third.
Out of Medina, Minnesota, on a Polaris for Couture Motorsports, Cameron Cole.
Cam Cole with back-to-back wins in our opening weekend of the season. Cam, what was behind the dominance that we witnessed?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We just kind of went for it. I mean, today it was a little colder than yesterday, and honestly, when I don't feel my hands, I just squeeze the throttle more. So.
Still ahead, the young and sort of old. The Champ 120 and the Pro-Am Plus 30 class finals are ready to rock at Mount Zion. We are racing in the big snow country of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, a rider's paradise with hundreds of miles of groomed trails. For years, mining put this region on the map. The Gogebic mountain range was the source of iron ore that helped build America. Up next, the next generation of snowcross racing is on the line. It's the Champ 120 class. Racers from 6 to 12 years of age on 120cc sleds. Listen to those engines rumble. These are 6 through 12-year-olds, and they've been battling all day. And here we are seeing them on the big screen. And Lincoln Scar has won the 120 Champ Final presented by Rocks.
Lincoln, congratulations on tonight's win. What allowed you to get it done?
I just had a good hole shot, and I was just waiting for Deegan to give me a chance to pass him, and I got a chance, and I made it happen.
You see the sleds making their way towards the starting line. As we are live from the Mount Zion Snowcross National presented by Quick Trip, it's going to be a final for the Pro-Am Plus 30, brought to you by our friends at Thomas Snow Sport. The starter checking with everybody, making sure they're ready to go green, and they are racing. The Pro-Am Plus 30 is green. Into the turn they go, and out of it they come. Look at a bunch of sleds.
Say Ullman with the, I'm guessing with the stud boy. Oh,
somebody got around him.
Was that Peterson? And then Ullman back around him.
What a battle.
Oh, look at that battle. Oh, a little contact.
They get into each other.
Johnson and Ullman. That was Johnson.
Wow, Adam Johnson, the stud boy hole shot, and that was the lead there, but it's not for certain yet because here comes the 25.
And Corin Todd is just kind of sitting back watching this all play out. Ullman, Peterson, Johnson, LePage. Look at Bobby LePage in the top 5.
And right there, the leader is getting into traffic already as he heads for the Air Force Flyway. And a great shot right there as you can really see just how hard it is snowing and how hard the wind is blowing here in Ironwood, Michigan. Wow. I mean, just shot right between them right there.
You know, Peterson, and he wasn't right up front, so Peterson's, passed Johnson. And did he pass? I think he passed Ullman.
He might have gotten around him too. We'll set the field as they go over the AMSOIL finish line. Corin Todd just goes over the finish line. And right there behind him is Brian Peterson. That's him right on his tail right there. I just saw him go across the finish line.
Yeah, he's coming in. You see that? If he can...
that's first and second right there.
Yeah, there's 4 laps left. There's some time if he is on that pace.
Corin Todd slows it up a little bit in the player's turn. Now they head into that final turn. They head towards the AMSOIL finish line.
He's on the inside.
He's on the inside of him.
Corin decides to go out wide.
Wow, we may have a new leader.
Yeah, I think we do.
And we do. The 112 of Brian Peterson takes the lead. Here comes Corin Todd to the inside, but Peterson is having none of it. Over the Air Force Flyway for the final time. In lapped traffic. At the top of the hill he goes. What a ride for Brian Peterson.
Yeah, he is just motoring right now.
There's Corin Todd in second place right there. Tyler Ullman currently sitting in third. Into the final turn for the final time. The checkers fly, and the win goes to Brian Peterson.
Brian, although you finished here, you didn't necessarily start here. So what was it like working your way to the front?
It was really important for me after earlier in the day just to make it through the first turn. A lot can happen there, and you can ruin your race really easily. So just to make it through the first turn and I kind of picked up on some lines that Corin and Tyler were taking, found those, and honestly just navigating the lappers is huge on a track like this, and really grateful to do it. I couldn't do it without my entire team that's cheering for me, my mom, my dad, my brother back home watching.
When we return to snowy Mount Zion, we're going pro racing. Round 2 of the AMSOIL Pro Class is next. Hi, I'm Chris Hockey.
And I'm world champion Jeff Fisher.
And you are watching AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by BRUNT on Fox Sports. Here's the lineup for pros, round 2, heat 1. And listen, that guy, Gustav Salston.
Yeah, like I say, I had a chance to go visit him in the trailer earlier today, and he was working on his own snowmobile. He had mechanics there helping him.
You loved that, didn't you?
Oh, I loved it.
You loved that. And we are green. They are racing in the Pro Division, brought to you by AMSOIL, top of the hill.
We got a skidoo on the inside. Who was that?
81 of Gustav Salston.
Who else?
Who else?
Oh,
no. He saw something he didn't like and checked up a bit there, didn't he?
We had one of the Polaris riders come in on him.
As they head towards the Air Force flyaway, look at this field.
Yeah, it was Adam Peterson got underneath him. Whoa!
Way out to the outside.
Somebody
left the track and it's not. That's Evo Har. 2 races in a row in the second heat for him. He's had damage and a problem with the track.
Watch this. Take a look at this again here.
He's on the outside, the 31. Oh, that's a hard contact right there. And Emil Har into the, luckily, right there into the hay bales. And that sled is stuck. And Emil is done for round 2. That yellow flag will continue to fly. And he says, let's just get off the hill, let him race. Meanwhile, up front, Riley Bester and Anson Shield, who's running second, was the one that made contact with Emil Har. So we'll see how that plays out as we go on through the race here. As 3.5 minutes to go in this Heat 1 Pro round 2. They head towards the Air Force flyaway. So lots of action, but I got to tell you, that blue sled right there, Riley Bester, this would be a huge thing for Riley to win this heat race.
Yeah, Riley is looking strong. Yeah, here I thought at first it was Adam Peterson. It looked like number 3 on there in the start, but I guess I should have been looking at a roster a little closer.
Riley Bester out of Prior Lake, Minnesota, on the 15 Polaris is your leader with now 3 minutes to go. Anson Shield, again, his first season in the Pro Division, in second spot. Looking to try to reel him in on that number 44 sled. Anson out of North Branch, Minnesota, on the 44 Skidoo. Big air from Riley Bester. Up into the brunt turn at the top of the hill. There's a great shot of first and second. Outside the line for Anson Shield. Whoa! And look at the battle for third right there.
Yeah, Anson's going on that outside line. Will he cut? Yeah, he cuts inside.
Salston and LaBelle back there battling. So now 2.5 minutes to go for Riley Bester. Oh, look at this battle. Oh,
look at LaBelle around Salston.
So that right there was third place. Jordan LaBelle goes into third. And our points leader, Gustav Salston, falls back to fourth over the Air Force flyaway. Man, LaBelle just dispatched him.
Yeah, he is on the move right now.
He looks for Anson Shield in front of him right there, the second place rider. The 44 is Anson Shield. Right behind him right there, trying to reel him in, is Jordan LaBelle. As we've got now 2 minutes to go for Riley Bester, your leader. Over the AMSOIL finish line right there, second and third. Outside, extreme outside line again for Jordan LaBelle. Some of those guys seem to like that, huh?
Yeah, he's getting a good run coming out of there into that Air Force flyaway then, and it might be working for him.
Let's go down to Erica Ulrich. She's got more on our leader. Erica?
Thanks, Chris. Coming into this weekend, Riley Bester is managing a preseason injury. During testing, he hit a kicker and landed off track on ice, resulting in 2 displaced ribs. Since then, Bester hasn't been able to log much time on the sled, only a couple of short days back riding. While it's improved, he said he's still not 100%. He's been doing everything he can to recover, including daily visits to the chiropractor and spending a lot of time in the sauna. It's been frustrating, especially because he was riding extremely well leading into the season. By his own account, it was the best preseason he's ever had. He's hoping adrenaline will kick in and take over, and it looks like that may be happening with this ride.
big, Eric, and you're exactly right. He is out front by a nice margin right now. Riley Bester, your leader, the 15. Meanwhile, while Erica was reporting for us, Emil Haar just rode off the track, and he's done for this heat. The 15 back up the hill again, headed for the Air Force flyaway with now 45 seconds left in this heat. And is that your battle right there for second as Jordan LaBelle got around Anson Shield? Look at Jordan LaBelle go.
Yeah, LaBelle's on a roll. You know, he gets, as the race goes on, LaBelle normally does get faster and faster. He just needs to get out front right away and get moving, and he'll be definitely a force to be reckoned with.
2 laps to go here in round 2, heat 1 of your pros, and Riley Bester's your leader. But Jordan LaBelle is not done yet on that Makita sled.
Yes, we got Bester, LaBelle, Shield, and Yerk. And Salston's dropped back a little bit, which is, you know, our points leader right now. He's fading back. We wonder what's going on there.
It was interesting, too, because he got a great start, and we saw him check up at the bottom of the hill and hadn't had much of a race since then. So there's LaBelle. You saw just for a second Riley Bester on your screen. They'll get the white flag as they head towards the AMSOIL finish line right now, out of the final turn. 1 lap to go for Riley Bester. Right behind him on that Makita sled is Jordan LaBelle. Oh, a little bit of a soft snow thing for Riley Bester as they head towards the Air Force flyaway. Fish, there he goes.
Half a lap left, and he will take the checker.
Top of the hill. Smooth through the doubles there. Hard right-hand turn in the Polaris turn. And now the final turn for the final time. The 15 heads for the checkers, and the win, Riley Bester takes round 2, heat 1 of your AMSOIL Pros. Just ahead of a charging Jordan LaBelle. So Gustav Salston, your point leader, comes across in 6th, and Emil Haar, your defending champion, had the accident and will come across in 7th. With a breakout performance from Avery Hemmer, the action in the Pro Women's Final tightens up. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by Brunt. My name is Chris Hockey with Jeff Fisher. We are at round 2 here in Ironwood, Michigan, bringing you live coverage, I'll tell you, of some great racing, and we're about to have more of that, but this is the Pro-Am women with a bit of a twist this year.
Well, yeah, with Malene Katu injured, she's taking starts just to get points, and that's, you know, kind of the big picture. She wants to try to get anything she can. She can't go out and ride, but she can take the starts and get some points. Avery Hemmer, who won last night, who's our rookie in that class. So it's, you know, it's really a big shakeup right now.
We're about to go green here in Ironwood. And they're racing in Michigan. And who got that stud boy hell shot? Let's find out momentarily. Inside move, the 15. And that's Avery Hemmer.
They're showing Avery Hemmer, but...
Oh, now we got a new leader, though.
Yeah, we look at Ayana Hauger came in, I think...
we lost a couple of sleds at the bottom of the hill there. So we're going to give Inanna Hauger the stud boy hole shot. We'll set the field for you as she's already starting to pull away a little bit, but we did lose a couple of sleds at the bottom of the hill. Again, the stud boy hole shot goes to the 331 of Inanna Hauger, our fast qualifier of the night. And there she goes. And it was Avery Hemmer that went down in that turn.
Oh, that's tough luck for Avery, but she, we'll see how well she can do. If she can hit her marks, get through this snow dust, and get through these drivers, we'll see what she can get, you know. Good, should be a good race for her to learn some passing discipline. But look at the gap that she's already got on, you know.
Almost 5 seconds over Victoria Dillon right now for Inanna Hauger.
Yeah, then Dillon has over 6 seconds on LaBelle. But now looking at our scoring, look who's already up to 6.
Look at that. After going off the sled, Avery Hemmer on the first lap, she's already up to 6th spot right now.
Yeah, she's running some of the fastest. She's got one of the fastest lap times of the race right now.
How about that?
So she is definitely on the move.
Headed for the AMSOIL finish line in the win, the 331 of Inanna Hauger.
Inanna finding her way back to the top of this podium. What played so well into your favor here tonight?
I mean, yesterday was such a battle, and I just pushed through that and just came into today with a whole new mindset and just put together some good laps. Got stuck behind some lappers at the end, so got to work on that. But overall, just did my job out there, and yeah, it paid off.
It's the Goose and Moose. Gustav Salston and Emil Haar are ready to pick up where they left off in their to and fro battle. AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by BRUNT is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force. A rewarding future starts here. Aim high. By Skidoo. If you want it, get it. By Sunoco. Fuel your best. By Quick Trip. By Polaris. And by AMSOIL. Protection you demand, protection you deserve. And welcome back to the best show on the snow. This is AMSOIL Championship Snocross presented by BRUNT. Jeff Fisher. My name is Chris Hockey, bringing you coverage from Ironwood, Michigan of the second round of our season. And we are about to go green on our second pro final. And we've already got some great storylines.
No, exactly. You know, we got Emil Haar taking off. You know, he's just taking from what he had last year. We have in second, Gustav Salstein. You know, coming in and riding hard and showing real well. And then newcomer to the podium is Evan Dowd, getting his first podium of his pro career. It just shows our old and our new are coming together. It's going to be a real interesting race.
It does feel like this could be anybody's race in these conditions from Ironwood, Michigan. We're about to go green. And they're racing in Michigan. Into the turn they go.
One of the Lavalley sleds looks like it took the whole shot.
Daniel Benham.
Oh,
no. The 221.
221 snuck in there.
And I believe that'll be the stud boy hole shot. Actually, no, they're going to give AP3. Adam Peterson got the stud boy hole shot.
Yeah, that's what I thought from the Lavalley sleds. But when it came down off the finish line, Benham is the one who...
Benham must have slid under him. But right there he is. I mean, look at this. What a battle already shaping up at the front. And so many people that were in the second and third row are going to have something to say about this as well, as we've got 7 minutes to go. They cross the finish line. It's Benham, it's Bester, it's Peterson, it's Peltier, it's Jacob Yerk. How about Riley Bester in second?
Yeah, that is awesome for Riley. He a little banged up coming into today, but he's pumped, and I don't think he's feeling any pain.
Your leader, the green sled, is the 221 of Daniel Benham, who has been hooked up all day long. But so is Riley Bester. The 15, the blue sled for Lavalley on the outside. Looking to fight a fast way around as they head into that final turn, and they'll make their way towards the AMSOIL finish line as we have now 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in this race.
Now you watch Benham, yeah, he's coming from the outside and coming in. God, just that looked so good. That corner was just fantastic for him.
Behind him is Bester. A little cross-up as they hit that Air Force flyaway.
You know, Bester, see, Bester's trying to stay right on him, but look at the gap they're getting on Peterson already.
There's your leader, the 221, again, Daniel Benham, out of Deer River, Minnesota. The flagman has to get out of the way there. That's a dangerous job. Over the AMSOIL finish line again, it's Benham and Bester. A 1 second lead for Daniel Benham. He heads up the hill once again and about to hit the Air Force flyaway. A little more breathing room for your leader right now, which is, again, good for so many reasons, but keeping the snow off the visor is a big, big thing.
Yeah, not catching that roost from the, you know, the guy in front of you.
At the Polaris turn, and now into the final turn, and headed towards that AMSOIL finish line again. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this race for the 221 of Daniel Benham. It's Benham, it's Bester, it's Jacob Yerk up to third spot. He gets around Adam Peterson, Francis Pelletier, and Gustav Salstein, and Emil Haar 6th and 7th, with Cody Cam in 8th right now, as Salstein and Haar try to make their way into the top 5.
Now remember, they started in the back row, so for them to be up, you know, close to the top 5 right now, that is fantastic for them.
And we still have 5 minutes to go in this race, so plenty of time as Daniel Benham does his best to run away and hide. Over the AMSOIL finish line, now 5 minutes to go in this race for Daniel Benham. The lead over Riley Bester is 1.5 seconds. There's the 221. There's the 15. That's first and second. Jacob Yerk 3 seconds back in third. Outside line for your leader. Oh, and that's the 727 of Jacob Yerk.
Yerk went in.
He was in third spot.
Tough break for Jacob Yerk. He was
Back
sitting
of the
in
sled.
podium spot.
That's a heartbreaker for Yerk, but that puts Adam Peterson into the third spot, at least for the moment. Let's see what happened here. Bottom of the hill there, and we'll see Yerk right there. What happened?
It looked like he was trying to dive it in and just did a tip over.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker for
Yeah.
Jacob Bjork. But again, back up front, at the top of the hill, there's the 221 of Daniel Benham. Deer River, Minnesota on that 221 Arctic Cat. Got out front and has had clean sailing ever since. Riley Bester continues to run in second. Out of the final turn, over the AMSOIL finish line, Benham. Then 2.2 seconds back to Bester. And a wide gap after that to Peterson as Benham hits some traffic.
Yeah. We'll see if Benham, how he does navigating some of these guys. Now you look at, we got Peterson, you got Salston, Cam up in 5th.
Yeah, look at Salston all the way up to 4th. And it says here that Emil Har has fallen back to 13th. I'm not sure if that's a transponder issue or the truth, because he was all the way up to 7th at one point, but now it's Benham, Bester, Peterson, and Salston up to 4th, your points leader coming in tonight, looking to try to get to the podium. As we continue to follow your leader, Daniel Benham, as he is in heavy traffic, and he's got a 2.2 second lead over Riley Bester.
You know, a little over 3 minutes to go.
Wow, very smooth. Big jump into the turn right there. You know, he can't afford, obviously, with all this traffic and with all this dust in the air, you can't assume that you've got a big lead. You just got to stay on the gas.
No, you have to, yeah.
Lead right now for Peterson over Salston for 3rd is down to half a second.
That's
So
going to
here
be
we go.
another good battle to see, too.
Benham is your leader, the 221. Less than a lap and a half to go at the top of the hill. A 2.9 second lead over Bester. He makes that final turn. Over the AMSOIL finish line. White flag is out.
Oh, Bester is right there. See?
Benham at the bottom of the hill with less than a lap to go as Bester does all he can to try to reel him in. Headed towards the Air Force flyway for the final time. And the battle between Peterson and Salston rages back there for 3rd, but at the top of the hill, Benham with a very, very comfortable lead. He'll head into the final turn right now, and the checkers will wave. In Ironwood, Michigan, the win will go to Daniel Benham. Riley Bester will come across in 2nd, but who will hang on for 3rd? The battle's between Peterson and Salston. At the top of the hill, they make the final turn. Salston looks to the inside. They'll race right in front of us towards the AMSOIL finish line. And Peterson will hold on. And for AMSOIL Pro Division, out of Deer River, Minnesota, for Fratellone Racing on the 221 Arctic Cat, Daniel Benham.
So excited to stand on that top step. Dan, chatting after your heat, you credited a majority of that win to the start. So how big of a role did it play in this one as well?
Well, it was honestly everything. The track and with the zone conditions that we have, there's only so much you can do, and I just knew we couldn't override the track. And yeah, I knew when I got out front, if I just put down some safe, solid laps, it would probably end up pretty good. And man, that's what we did. But to be honest, we won this race back in the summer. I mean, we put so much work in, and man, the whole team, it's been a long journey to get to where we are, but man, to just get here this first weekend means a lot. And I just got to give it up to the whole Fratellone Racing crew, Mystic, FXR. Yeah, I'm just glad to be back on an Arctic Cat, and I'm glad we're competitive.
Congratulations to you and your team, Fratellone Racing. Let's give it up for our top 3.
Daniel Benham battled the elements to claim the top of the box in the AMSOIL Pro Final. And he's also the Pro Points leader. But the Moose and the Goose are in high-speed pursuit. This is Chris Hockey. I'll see you at the U.S. Air Force Snocross National at Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota, January 9th and 10th.